Hi there. If you're watching this on YouTube, or you're wanting to watch any of my content on my channel, or both for that matter, I would strongly recommend hitting the subscribe button and comment and like on any videos if you may wish, because this is a general audience channel. Also, this video is not made for kids, it is for older fans and adults alike. So please sit back and enjoy the video. It's Good to Be Gordon, rewritten. Based on the original story by Abby Grant, adapted, edited, and told by Julyleonard. Gordon is a beautiful big blue prototype A1 Pacific engine with a great big boiler and a separate grizzly tender for his coal. Gordon's favorite job is to pull the express, the Wild Nor'wester, ever since he arrived when he was green. One beautiful spring morning, the fat controller came to see Gordon. "Today, Gordon," he said, "if you pull the express across the island to Vickerstown, then you will set a new Sodor record." Gordon was excited. He wanted to set a new record more than anything. "Hooray for Gordon!" whistled Thomas, and all the engines tooted. Gordon steamed over to the coal bunker. He rolled by, and his tender was quickly filled. Gordon started puffing away when the yard manager called, "Stop, Gordon! You've been given Henry special coal by mistake." Gordon knew that Henry needed special coal, but he thought Henry's coal would help him go faster, so he pretended not to hear. Ever since the special coal for Henry arrived, it was reserved for Henry only, given that James attempted to take some of it, but to no avail. Henry had to take tar wagons to Vickerstown. He rolled his tender to the bunker and waited for his coal. "I'm sorry, Henry," said the yard manager, "but there's no special coal left, and Gordon took all of it by mistake. So you'll have to use ordinary coal just for today, I'm afraid." Henry was worried. Ordinary coal clogged his firebox and stopped him making steam, but he knew he had work to do. "It's only for one day," he said bravely, "and will try my best." Gordon arrived at Knapford Station. His passengers boarded, the guard blew his whistle, and he happily set off right on time. Soon, Gordon was chuffing out on the main line as fast as he could. He didn't know it was Henry's coal or the crisp bright air. But today it felt good to be Gordon. It didn't feel good to be Henry, though. Henry's tar wagons were very heavy, and his engine didn't like the ordinary coal. Gordon steamed across the island. "A record is mine, a record is mine," he chanted. But Henry was having a terrible time. He was rocking and rolling, coughing and wheezing. "The workmen are waiting! The workmen are waiting!" he gasped. "Do everything what you can, Henry, old boy," called his driver. Thomas, who was pulling Annie and Clarabelle for a local passenger run on the main line, thought Henry looked very sick indeed. "I must find Gordon at once," he said. Gordon was making good time and feeling grand. "Have you seen Henry, Gordon?" asked Thomas worriedly as he pulled into the platform. "He looked very sick." "I'm sure Henry is fine," Gordon hooted. But his face was as green as his tender. Thomas said firmly and puffed away. Now Gordon began to wish he hadn't taken Henry's coal, but he still wanted to set a new record. So when the signal changed, Gordon puffed on. But no matter how fast Gordon went, he couldn't get away from the bad feeling in his boiler. Gordon wasn't enjoying being Gordon anymore. Gordon had to stop to let off passengers. Henry was taking on water. Henry's face was green as his paint. His axles were shaking, and dark smoke billowed from his funnel. "Are you feeling all right, Henry?" asked Gordon. "No, I didn't get my special coal this morning," coughed Henry, "and my firebox feels funny." But then it was time for Gordon to go. "Hooray for Gordon!" wheezed Henry sarcastically. "You'll set a new record for sure." Gordon could see Vickerstown Station ahead. The fat controller was there. Gordon was on time and going to set a new record. But Gordon's bad feeling was now so strong he thought his boiler would burst. Gordon slowed to a halt. "What are you doing, Gordon? You're going to be late," cried his driver. "I don't care about the record," whistled Gordon, and he started to reverse. "Henry needs help back home somehow," he added. Gordon soon reached Henry. Henry had stopped for a rest. He was surprised to see Gordon. "Henry, I took your special coal this morning," huffed Gordon. "I wanted to go faster than ever. I'm very sorry. But now I have a good idea," he finished and whispered it. "Sounds like a good idea, Gordon," smiled Henry. Gordon and Henry swapped tenders. Soon Henry's firebox was full of special coal. Henry felt better right away. "Thank you, Gordon," he huffed happily, and together they puffed off to Vickerstown Station. But Gordon and the express were late. Thomas was there too. The fat controller was displeased with Gordon. "Gordon, what were you playing at?" he demanded. "You would have set your record by now." Slowly, Gordon explained everything. The fat controller was surprised in shock. "So this is what this is all about," he exclaimed. "In that case, Gordon, despite that you didn't set a new record, you helped Henry feel better, so we'll say nothing more. Well done," he finished, and drove home for the day. "Gordon, I'm sorry you didn't set a new record today," chuffed Henry. "And I'm sorry I took your coal, Henry," puffed Gordon. "Apology accepted," came a chorus. "So, who holds the old record?" whistled Thomas. "I do," said Gordon, and the two good friends laughed. The following day, the coal bunker near Tidmouth Sheds was filled with special coal for Henry once more again, and his tender was filled to the brim, much to Henry's delight, as he was very happy to have Welsh coal again. But there did come a time when he didn't need special coal again after a certain accident well, I probably shouldn't say any more, 'cause I believe that the rest they say is history.